Hello, friends, and welcome to our Pro-Life Reflections on the readings for the Feast of the Exaltation of the Cross. This feast ties in easily with pro-life themes because the lesson of the cross is the antidote to the perversion of autonomy that lies at the heart of the culture of death. Pro-choice is an exaltation of self. The cross is the denial of self. Pro-choice is the assertion of oneself. The cross is the emptying of oneself. Pro-choice says we can lift ourselves up. The cross says that we are obedient and that God lifts us up. The war between the culture of life and the culture of death did not begin with Roe versus Wade, although it did enter a new chapter at that point. It is rather a cosmic struggle with its origins at the very dawn of human history, and in fact the history of the angels. In Revelation 12:7, we read, "War broke out in heaven." Now, war is a terrible thing on earth. What must it be that war broke out in heaven? This war involved some angels who rebelled against God and became devils. What was it that caused an angel to become a devil? What was the devil's mistake? We read in Isaiah 14 a rebuke to the king of Babylon. The passage also has a deeper spiritual meaning and is a glimpse into the thinking of the evil one. It reads, "How you have fallen from the heavens, O Lucifer. You said in your heart, I will scale the heavens. Above the stars of God I will set up my throne. I will ascend above the tops of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." There's the devil's mistake. He thought that he could be God. This is why the angels who fought him in heaven were led by one named Michael, which means, who is like God? Michael and his angels won, but the war did not end there. As we read in Revelation 12, Satan and his legion were cast down to the earth. And then, friends, our troubles began. The solution to the thinking of the evil one is the thinking of the Holy One. As Isaiah lifted the veil to show us the mind of Lucifer, so St. Paul, in today's second reading from the second chapter of Philippians, lifts the veil to show us the mind of Christ. He writes, "Though he was in the form of God, Jesus did not deem equality with God something to be grasped at. Rather, he emptied himself, taking the form of a slave. It was thus that he humbled himself, obediently accepting even death on a cross. Therefore, God highly exalted him." This attitude, which St. Paul says must be ours, counteracts the attitude that we exalt ourselves by our own choices. Rather, our exaltation, our freedom, and our fulfillment come from a humble acceptance of and obedience to a truth that we did not create. The tree of the knowledge of good and evil marks the limit of our choices. True freedom is the power to choose what is right and to love as Christ did, by embracing the cross and giving ourselves away for the good of the other person. Friends, to find pro-life reflections on the readings for all the Sundays of the year, go to preachingonabortion.com. And there you can also order my book, Proclaiming the Message of Life.